You can see in this figure 1.19 and what your text has been discussing with you is the fact that sometimes we have really, really small particles of minerals. We call those colloids. We'll talk about them again later, but we're just introducing the idea of them right now. And those colloids, as you can see right here, this colloid fraction right here can be either organic matter or it can be clay. Those are the two really important colloids that we find in the soil. And those colloids can actually hold on to things. They have some charges on them that make them able to attract those nutrients that we talked about earlier. So that's the really incredible, important job of colloids. We're introducing it now. We'll see it in more detail later. And you can see that the relationship between those colloids and the plant roots is there's kind of a give and take. There's what we call equilibrium between those nutrients and other ions that are found on the soil colloids versus what is in the soil solution right here versus what's actually being taken up into the root. Okay, so that's sort of what we're describing in this section, is that this relationship between soils and plants is of it's really incredible, and it's really important. And we've talked about the book has talked about hydroponic plant growing and things like that, and that can be done. But what we find in soils is this magical ability of this material right here to be able to attract and hold these elements that we talked about earlier, and hold them and sometimes give them off, although they don't necessarily give them off. They're in this equilibrium thing right here. So there's this relationship between the soil and the plant that causes plants to be nourished at the same time. So